Good morning, everybody. I'm Richard. I'm Claudia's husband. And Dr. Andrade is right. Single-minded is correct. And brilliant, too. Okay, so I just need my slides, which need to do the clicker. Okay, that's why the slides are here. Okay, so I've come the last 3 times to tell you about trust and the Latino community's trust in institutions. And what I'm going to do today is surprise you, because some of these findings are quite stunning. And they show a very different community than you expect. So specifically, I'm going to start with the Edelman Trust Barometer, which is the title slide. Now, I'm going to get to, we have 4 or 5 studies that we've used as the data points for this since I last saw you. We've done most recent work in September. Prior to that, we did in May. We did also in January. So those are the data points. So finding number 1, Latino trust is outpacing that of the general population. That might surprise you. It's a crossing of the river for me. What happened in the election of Trump, the shock of that, caused a demise in trust, and it's been steadily rising since. It's not totally linked to Biden and the election. It's actually linked to better economic performance until the pandemic. Second, the Latino community actually trusts 3 of 4 institutions, but I want to tell you it is different in its ranking. Trust government the most, business second. That's unusual. In most communities in the U.S., it's business far ahead of government. I would argue that business is underperforming what it needs to do vis-a-vis the Hispanic community. It's a watch out for business, because you're going to see the Hispanic community is no longer head down, prepared to take it. It's a big message for all of you. This slide should be no surprise that you're optimistic. I mean, of all the people I know in this world, this one is the most optimistic. But you're more optimistic than any group because, you know, you're going to get ahead. That's it. The most determined group I've ever met. Now, I'm going to start surprising you because this other stuff isn't so surprising. You are prepared to stand up and speak up and buy brands who stand up for you. This is a big change, folks. This is belief-driven buying. This is brand democracy. And more than any other group, you exhibit that, and you say it, and you do it. So again, if there are no Latino actors in the ads, why are you buying toothpaste from that company? I didn't say a brand. Yeah, change the slide. Yes, I'm doing that. Now, here's the deal. Brand trust matters more to Latino consumers than any other group in America. And that means I trust the brands because of their supply chain, meaning that they have Latinos in the supply chain. It's that they employ Latinos. It is that they have Latinos in the ads. I can trust the brands. I'll use my pocketbook to support you. It gets better, folks. Don't worry. Now, you also need to trust the company behind the brand. It's not just that the brand says something. It's that the company, you know, P&G in this case or whoever, actually does something for the community. So it's the reputation as well as the brand image. Again, Latinos more than any group pay attention to the corporate reputation. Now, I'm going to pivot to Latinos as employees. There's high volatility in a key score, which is trust is local. This is something that's a change. Traditionally, top-down, the Moses model. The second part, the second evolution was peer-to-peer, horizontal. The third evolution is trust is local. Trust is in my employer. However, for Latinos, it's very important to note that they don't trust their employers. Again, watch out for business. If trust is local, the CEOs aren't speaking up for Latinos as much as they maybe do for other groups. That's a problem. They're not actually doing something about education in the markets that they are headquartered in. That's a problem. Time for better. Latinos are telling us they don't trust their employers. Now, this will surprise you. It surprised me. 6 in 10 Latinos choose their jobs based on beliefs. In other words, I will vote with my feet if I like the company values, if they stand up for my community, if they stand up for sustainability. I get the message, 5 minutes, I promise. The idea is I will commit my heart and soul to your company, but if you exhibit these values in what you do every day. So I will, more than any other group, choose, leave, avoid, or consider employers based on whether or not you live up to your values. You are values-based employees. That is a major change for Hispanics. It just to be all about the money. The pandemic has changed that, folks. It's not just about the money. Do you have flexible work hours? Can you take care of your kids? Do you have proper health care? All of this is new stuff for your community, and I'm really pleased to see it. Now, also, of all the groups, you are tied just for the top about you've got to accelerate as a company, as an employer, your commitment to DEI. This is no joke. This is a mandate. For Hispanics to work at a company, you've got to be leader in DE&I. Also, this stunned me. More than any of the groups, Hispanic employees are prepared to bite. Specifically, workplace activism among Hispanics is now the norm. 43% of Latinos said, I am prepared to take my problems public. I'm prepared to tweet, I'm prepared to protest, I'm prepared to strike, I'm prepared to talk back. That is a change, ladies and gentlemen. No more head down, shoulders back. I'm looking right at you. Change your business. More than African Americans, more than Asian Americans, more than white Americans, Latinos are leading the move towards better treatment of employees in this country. You should be thrilled and push that. Now, here's the deal. If I'm an employer, do I feel scared? No. I feel motivated. Why? Because more than any group, Latinos will make a deal with you. They will commit to you. In other words, they're going to stay around longer than any other group. They're not going to up and go for $5,000. They're going to be loyal to the company. They're going to advocate for the company. They're going to go recruit more people. So here's the deal. Treat us right, we're with you. Treat us wrong, we're out in the streets. All right, so anyway, let me finish because I want to finish ahead of time. Oh, don't, okay, go back. All right, go back. All right, so you want me to spend more time on this one? All right, well, look, there's something very important happening in this country. If you think about the last 3 years, Me Too started it. Then there was the murder of George Floyd. There were protests. Then there was all sorts of bankruptcy, pandemic, etc. What's happening now is we have strikes, we have slowdowns, we have people organizing for unions. They are saying we've been kept down. So Latinos are leading the way in speaking up, standing up, and being important in workers first. The smart company recognizes the trust is gained from the employer outwards. It's an inside-out world. It's not from Wall Street thinks you're a great company. It is actually your workers are the most credible source of information about your company. If you treat them right, I see Christina, the way that Chobani is giving 10% of its equity to its employees and its IPO. No company does that except for hers. And that's the future. Participatory capitalism is what's going to make this world work. And I tell you that that's the kind of orientation we need for other CEOs. It's vital that we continue to push companies in this direction. Okay, so I will finish, because I want to finish in 35 seconds. Look, there are 3 or 4 takeaways. The first is the Hispanic employee is no longer willing to put his or her head down. I am standing up, square shoulders, and I'm demanding what I need to have. Second, the consumer is with you as a brand if you as a company and as a brand do what is right for them. Third, it is absolutely interesting to me that this group of people, this Latino cadre, is committed to trusting those people who do things for them. If we do right by them, they will stand with us. Thank you very much.